Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about twin blocks, specifically twin block design, MacNamara twin blocks versus standards twin blocks, and I have a couple other videos on twin block designs, filling out the lab slip on your twin block. If you want to see more, you can go to my YouTube site, not your YouTube site. Go to your YouTube site, put in StraightSmile Solutions in the search bar, which will bring you to my YouTube site, which has a green banner. Once you're there, you can scroll down the home page and we have a variety of different playlists. There's one for Phase 1 Interceptive. That is where you'll find everything you need to know on twin block design, how to write a lab slip. And if you can't find that video, you're welcome to email us at info@straightsmilesolutions.com or visit our website at straightsmilesolutions.com. Send us a message and I'll be glad to send you that video. I know where all my content is. It takes me 1 second. I'm so super glad to help you. So let's talk a little bit more about twin blocks. I just did a video on Invisalign with MA, which is an alternative to twin blocks. Twin blocks is kind of the OG product before Invisalign with MA came out. It works very well. There's nothing wrong with the twin block. It has its limitations. So let's talk about the benefits, the risks, what you'll see, what to expect, what it's like. Please watch all my other twin block videos. I talk about all different aspects of them. So twin blocks are the OG appliances to help to grow a lower jaw. And you can get them all pretty and decorated, and they work really well in the littler kids, the 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s, maybe 10s, maybe 11s, now we're pushing it. Of course, you need to know if your patient is still growing. If your patient is not growing, it's not gonna work. So you need to do your own research. And I'm not gonna go into that because I just went into that in the previous video and I have tons of content around growth. And if you wanna know more, you can feel free to contact us and we will explain more on how to know if your patient is still growing. So case selection is key. Obviously, you probably want to have a SEF. You want to get baseline numbers. How can you prove your patient grew if you don't have baseline numbers? How do you know if your patient needs to grow a jaw if you don't have baseline numbers? Again, not going to go into SEFs because I have tons of content on SEFs. It has its own playlist on my home screen. Don't freak out if you don't have a SEF machine. There's a zillion workarounds. Don't freak out if you don't know how to interpret it. That's something we can help you do. Or there's lots of content about that if you don't want to pay for things. And anyways, let's go into the MacNamara versus regular twin block. So a regular twin block has no screw, okay? So this is regular twin block. This is MacNamara twin block, or at least that's what I call it. That's usually what labs will call it. If you say you want a MacNamara twin block, they should know what that is, but of course you should really... I've heard a lot of mixed messages from a lot of my clients who have ordered twin blocks from various labs, especially smaller labs. A lot of people don't know how to do it. So you should stick with the more standard labs. My favorites, of course, are Ohlendorf or Specialty Appliances. But you know, you can just call your lab and find out if they do twin blocks. Of course, they're all going to say yes, but find out how many twin blocks they've done and if they know the difference between a MacNamara and a regular twin block. MacNamara twin block, of course, MacNamara is super into arch expansion, which I love MacNamara twin blocks. So it's going to have one or more screws here. Of course, you can do all kind of variations. You can turn it into a sagittal. You can upright molars. You can push out the premaxilla. This is your standard MacNamara twin block, which is going to help if you have a crowding case where you need to grow a jaw. That's what MacNamara twin block is for. Crowding cases in the mixed dentition where you need to grow a jaw. So you are not putting braces on it, but you are expanding the arches at the same time that you grow the lower jaw. So you're killing two birds with one stone, which is nice. You're still going to need to do some type of braces or aligners at the end just to fine tune things, but it's really nice in the mixed dentition when you could expand the arches because often when you make the space, they come in kind of straight to begin with, okay? So, and sometimes you get lucky and you never even need to do phase 2 braces or aligners. That's pretty rare, but at least it's a lot easier than it was. At least you don't need surgery, you know, hopefully, and other stuff like that. And you reduce the likelihood of having impactions or needing premolars out or anything like that. So that's the benefits of doing these appliances. So that's pretty much it. Now you know the difference between a MacNamara and a regular twin block. Has to be worn 24 hours a day if possible. If they can eat within it, even better. Bare minimum has to be 22. If they only wear it at nighttime, it's not going to work at all. Do not bother. It's not going to do anything. You're wasting your time. So that's why I said it's better on littler kids because a lot of big kids are not going to wear these kind of chunky appliances 22 hours a day at school. They're going to take them out. And they're not going to wear them, and the parents aren't going to know, and you're going to see no change, and then everyone's going to get upset. So you have to be crystal clear on case selection. Mom, this is only going to work if worn, I say 24 hours a day. I prefer they actually leave them in while they eat. I mean, obviously a very responsible patient can take them out, put them in the case, brush and put them back in. But more often than not, that doesn't happen. I have kids. So eat with them in, come home, mom takes them out, brushes them. Kid brushes teeth, put them back in. So twice a day, mom brushes them, eat with them in, works way better. And you'll get better outcomes if you do that. So that's pretty much it. You will often see a posterior open bite that develops because you're wearing it for about a year. So that's normal. Once you discontinue them, the bite will fix. You'll put on the braces to fine tune it, no problem. But you often need to chase these with braces or Invisalign or a liner. So this is just fixing the bite and making a little more space. It is not making it ideal, okay? So don't be shocked if you have a posterior open bite. It's pretty normal. And you get the same thing with Invisalign with MA. So I'm just used to it at this point. I don't get upset. All right. That is about it. Hopefully that was helpful. But yeah, great appliance. And the benefits are it's a lot cheaper than Invisalign with MA. It's about a third of the price. So, but Invisalign with MA is actually idealizing the teeth and straightening the teeth at the same time as growing the jaw. So you're saving a heck of a lot of time. And the compliance is way better because it looks like Invisalign from the front. It feels like Invisalign from, everywhere. So the patients aren't as embarrassed about wearing them because they're not going to talk funny in them. So I think you get better compliance. All right, thanks.